moving on to the heart. Now, before I get into the heart, let's talk about this. This is a short checklist. A short checklist on purification of the soul. Correct your intention. Always correct your intention. Always. Correct your intention. We've talked about this. Number 2, seek beneficial knowledge and remain steadfast. I don't know how long you guys have been having such image, but I'm sure for quite a while. Be steadfast. The word for it is called istiqamah. I'm not going to go into the Arabic, root of it, but it means, like, it comes from the word qama. Qama means to stand. Like qad qamat as-salah, right? It means to stand. And qawm also comes from the word qama. Qawm means tribe. That means it took one man or two people who stood on their foot and they established that tribe or that nation. Qiyamah. No one can move from that day of standing until they answer the 5 questions. Right? So when you have ist means to seek or to become. Istiqamah, you have steadfast. No one will come. Last night I had a class. How many people? 3 people. The other time I had it, 2 people. You still come. You teach. 2 people or 200 people. You have istiqamah. Whether the ustad, he is known or not known, you're still, as long as his knowledge is authentic and the aqidah is correct, you seek it, and it's beneficial knowledge. You have istiqamah. Seek beneficial knowledge with istiqamah. No marriage is successful without istiqamah. There was one sister, long time ago. She married 3 husbands within a short period of time. Why? No istiqamah with one. And finally, she came to the realization, saying that, I have to stick with them. Otherwise, I'll keep on changing husbands. Wallah, she admitted. You gotta. You have to. No job, no career can develop if you don't have istiqamah. Like, number 3, recite and reflect the Quran. Oh, again, yes, until, inshallah, that rock, that hardened heart, finally, the water, the drops of the Quran has seeped through it. Okay. Remember death often. I'll tell you one thing, and this you cannot find in the books. It only comes when you ponder over the society we're living in. Does society remind you of death or the opposite? That's it. You're driving and you see a young woman with very nice skin, and she is advertising or marketing a brand of anti-aging cream. What's the purpose of anti-aging cream? Not to make you look good. It's to make you forget about death. Because every time you look, oh, alhamdulillah, I have 40 more years to go. And that's what you think subconsciously. They have Botox. They have liposuction. They have all of these things so that way the wrinkles. So every time you look in the mirror, you say, I look young. The person is 60 years old. You should be just right now reading the Quran and preparing for death, making dhikr. No, she is acting as if, she has 10 proposals lined up for her, and this society is geared that way. If someone talks about death, what happens? Refer him to a psychologist. Something's wrong. Are you okay? Are you suicidal? Imagine if the Sahaba were here, right? I mean, the biggest therapist, right? A the solace of the heart is the Prophet ﷺ. Yet he says, أَكْثِرُوا ذِكْرَ هَذِهِ اللَّذَّةِ. Increase your remembrance of the destroyer of pleasures. You know what's the destroyer of pleasures? Death. What does that mean, destroyer of pleasures? Anytime you think about doing haram, you remember death, that will destroy that. A person who wants to go commit zina, he thinks about death. So you think he's going to, oh, he said, okay, he's not going to do it. A woman, she has so much makeup on, she's going to a wedding, and the time for Asr comes. She will not send me a text message, Ustaz, is it okay if I miss Asr and then I make it up once I go home? Because you know the makeup he takes on the bride. MashaAllah. You're the bride, huh? And wedding is only once in a lifetime. This once in a lifetime, this is your only opportunity to please Allah. So when a person is always thinking, what are you doing, sister or brother? I'm thinking about death. What happens to us? Is it so wrong that we think about death? Society has become very successful to make us, whatever Islam teaches us, you do the opposite.